The principle of mentalism forms the foundation of all Hermetic philosophy and conveys a powerful idea. Everything in the universe begins in the mind. Ancient teachings state that the all is mind and the universe is mental, meaning that everything that exists, from the grand phenomena of the universe to the smallest events in our lives, originates from the mental plane. Before anything manifests in the physical world, it has already been created in the mind, whether in our own or within a greater universal consciousness. Carl Jung, the renowned psychologist, also acknowledged the central role of the mind in shaping reality. He argued that our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are not passive. Rather, they actively shape how we perceive and experience the world. Think about this. If you believe the world is a dangerous place, everything around you will appear hostile. However, if you choose to cultivate thoughts of trust and possibility, you'll begin to see opportunities and kindness, even amidst challenges. Jung referred to this process as projection. What we carry internally is reflected externally. The connection between the principle of mentalism and modern psychology runs deeper. Science has also demonstrated that our thoughts have the power to transform both our internal and external realities. Neuroscience, for instance, confirms that our mental patterns can reshape the brain through neuroplasticity, creating new neural connections. This means that even if you are stuck in negative beliefs, it is possible to reprogram your mind to build a more balanced and fulfilling life. But how does this apply to everyday life? Imagine someone who constantly thinks, "I will never achieve anything in life." Such thoughts generate feelings of discouragement, leading to behaviors like procrastination or giving up, which ultimately create a frustrating reality. Now, if this person replaces that thought with, "I am capable and deserve to succeed," their emotions shift toward motivation, inspiring positive actions that eventually yield better outcomes. Other spiritual traditions also reinforce this idea. In Buddhism, for example, it is taught that the mind is the root of all suffering and happiness. By training our minds to see things with clarity and acceptance, we not only change our perception but also transform our experiences. Hermeticism and these traditions agree on one essential point: change begins from within. Now, take a moment to reflect. If everything in your life starts in the mind, what are you creating right now? What thoughts are shaping your reality today? These are crucial questions because the principle of mentalism invites us to take responsibility for our thoughts. It reminds us that we have the power to change our lives one thought at a time. So, ask yourself, if my mind is creating my reality, what kind of world do I truly want to build? The principle of mentalism teaches us that the mind creates reality, but does this process always occur consciously? In truth, much of what we experience is influenced by what is hidden in our unconscious. Carl Jung devoted his life to studying this hidden realm of the mind, which he divided into two main parts: the personal unconscious and the collective unconscious. Here lies a profound connection between Hermeticism and Jungian psychology. The personal unconscious is like a chest where we store memories, feelings, and thoughts that we cannot easily access. These contents often emerge in the form of dreams, impulses, or behaviors we don't fully understand. The collective unconscious, on the other hand, is, according to Jung, a vast network shared by all of humanity. It contains universal symbols and ideas, archetypes, that shape how we live and relate to each other. Now, consider this. If much of our mind operates outside our conscious awareness, what does that mean for the principle of mentalism? It suggests that many things we create in our reality may originate from these unconscious aspects. For example, imagine someone who repeatedly attracts difficult relationships. They might believe it's just bad luck, but in reality, they could be projecting unresolved emotional wounds stored in their unconscious. In Hermeticism, we learn that as within, so without. This teaching closely aligns with Jung's concept of projection. Projection occurs when we see in the external world something that is actually within us. For instance, if you often criticize those around you, it might be that you're projecting a harsh self-criticism you direct inwardly. This reflection serves as a powerful invitation for self-awareness. A simple example can illustrate this. Imagine you're in a disagreement and feel irritated by the other person's impatience. Upon reflection, you might realize that you struggle with weighting yourself. In this case, the external world is mirroring an internal aspect of you. To apply the principle of mentalism and access your unconscious mind, it's important to start observing patterns in your life. Ask yourself, what kinds of situations do I keep attracting? Do they share a common theme? Often, these recurring scenarios can signal something deeper operating on the unconscious mental level. Hermeticism and Jungian psychology reveal that by understanding these dynamics, we gain the power to change our projections. And by changing our projections, we transform the reality around us. This is the profound connection between the principle of mentalism and the unconscious. If the principle of mentalism teaches us that the mind creates reality, the big question is, how does this happen? While the idea that thoughts shape the world may seem mystical, both science and spiritual traditions confirm that this relationship is much more tangible than we might imagine. In modern science, one of the most fascinating concepts is neuroplasticity. Our brain is not fixed. It is constantly changing, shaped by the thoughts we cultivate. Every time you have a thought, it creates a connection between neurons. The more you repeat that thought, the stronger the connection becomes, like a path being forged through a field. If you spend your time thinking, "Nothing ever works out for me," your brain reinforces that pattern, and this idea becomes part of your mental reality. But the opposite is also true. By nurturing positive and constructive thoughts, you can literally reprogram your brain to perceive new possibilities. Now, let's connect this to Hermeticism. The principle of mentalism does not only address the individual mind but also speaks of a universal mind, a greater intelligence that connects everything. Traditionally, this is described as a creative energy that permeates the universe. Many refer to it as divine mind or universal consciousness. This idea is echoed in various spiritual practices, such as meditation and creative visualization, which help align our thoughts with this greater energy. Consider, for example, someone who starts their day with thoughts of gratitude. This practice not only shifts their emotional state but also changes the way they perceive situations throughout the day. Gratitude creates a positive mental vibration that attracts better experiences. This is where science and spirituality converge. The way we think affects not only our perception but also the energy we emit and receive from the world. Furthermore, Hermeticism reminds us that the universe responds to what we project mentally. If you are constantly focused on lack, be it a lack of money, time, or love, your mind creates a field of scarcity that blocks new opportunities. But by shifting your focus to abundance, even in small steps, you begin to open doors to greater possibilities. This is the foundation of modern practices like the law of attraction, which has gained popularity but fundamentally aligns with Hermetic principles. Let's look at a practical example. Imagine someone searching for a new job. If this person spends all their time thinking, "I'll never get anything good," they reinforce that negative thought, which influences both their actions and how others perceive them. On the other hand, if they shift their focus to, "I am capable, and the right opportunities are coming my way," not only does their mental state improve, but they also begin to act with more confidence and determination. This shift in mindset has a direct impact on their reality. The scientific and spiritual foundation of the principle of mentalism invites us to reflect. What am I cultivating in my mind right now? If your mind is the soil and your thoughts are seeds, What kind of harvest do you expect? Remember, science shows that you have the power to change your life one thought at a time, and Hermeticism teaches that the energy of the universe supports this transformation when you align with it. We all carry mental patterns that influence how we think, feel, and act. These patterns often operate on autopilot, without us realizing their impact on our lives. The principle of mentalism teaches that these thoughts are like seeds that, when repeated, shape the reality around us. If we want to change what we experience, we must start by changing how we think. The first step to transforming these patterns is self-observation. This means becoming aware of the thoughts passing through your mind throughout the day. Many people are stuck in thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "nothing ever works out for me." These thoughts not only create a negative emotional state but also shape behaviors that reinforce these beliefs. For instance, someone who believes they are incapable of success might give up before even trying, thereby confirming their initial belief. To begin identifying these patterns, a simple yet powerful exercise is keeping a mental journal. For 1 week, write down the thoughts that arise in various situations, especially when something goes wrong or when you feel a negative emotion. Ask yourself, what did I think that made me feel this way? This exercise helps bring unconscious patterns into conscious awareness, where they can be addressed. After identifying these patterns, the next step is to reprogram your mind. Carl Jung famously said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." Reprogramming your mind means replacing limiting thoughts with empowering belief. One effective way to do this is through positive affirmations. For example, if you often think, "I never get what I want," replace it with, "I am capable of achieving my goals with dedication and focus." Repeating these affirmations daily, especially when you wake up and before you go to sleep, helps create new neural pathways that support transformation. Another powerful tool is creative visualization. Close your eyes and imagine what you desire, but do so as if you are already living that reality. Feel the emotions that come with this scenario, such as joy, gratitude, and satisfaction. This practice not only reinforces the new mental pattern but also aligns your energy with what you want to attract into your life. The brain doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined with intense emotion, making visualization a transformative tool. It's also essential to practice acceptance and forgiveness, both for yourself and for others. Negative thoughts often stem from unresolved hurts and regrets we carry. Holding on to these feelings is like carrying a weight that blocks the flow of creative mental energy. Releasing these emotions through forgiveness creates space for more positive and constructive thought. Finally, remember that transforming negative mental patterns is not an instant process. It's like training a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it gets. Every time a negative thought arises, see it as an opportunity to apply these tools. Ask yourself, does this thought help or hinder me? And consciously choose what you want to cultivate. By changing your mental patterns, you not only transform your thinking but also the reality you live in. After all, the principle of mentalism reminds us, what is within the mind creates what is outside. The principle of mentalism might seem abstract at first, but it manifests in everyday situations, often without us realizing it. Our external world is a direct reflection of the thoughts and beliefs we hold. When we become aware of this, we gain the opportunity to change our reality, starting with small actions and mental adjustments. Imagine someone who believes that no one values them. Because of this belief, they act defensively, avoid expressing their emotions, and unintentionally create barriers in their relationship. Without realizing it, they confirm their initial belief because others may interpret them as distant or closed off. Now, if that person decides to change their belief to something like, "I am worthy of love and respect," their posture changes. They start expressing themselves with more confidence and openness, naturally attracting more positive interactions. In the workplace, someone with a scarcity mindset might think, "I'll never get a better opportunity." This thought leads to behaviors like complacency or fear of taking risks, which block new possibilities. However, when they adopt an abundance mindset, such as "opportunities are always coming my way," they begin to act more proactively, explore new paths, and consequently open doors that once seemed closed. Small mental shifts can completely transform how we approach professional challenges. Health is another area where the principle of mentalism becomes clear. Scientific studies show that our beliefs can directly influence how our body functions. This is exemplified by the placebo effect. When someone believes they are taking an effective medicine, even if it's just a sugar pill, their body responds as if it were real. This demonstrates the mind's power to influence biology. In practice, if you nurture thoughts like "I'm getting sick" or "I don't have energy," your body responds accordingly. Conversely, thoughts like "I am healthy and strong" help foster a mindset of wellness that can positively impact your physical state. How does mentalism appear in the small choices of daily life? Imagine waking up late and thinking, "Today is going to be a terrible day." That single thought sets the tone for the rest of the day, influencing how you react to challenges. On the other hand, if you catch yourself in that mindset and consciously decide to change your perspective to something like, "It's okay, I can still make this a good day," your attitude shifts. Even if challenges continue to arise, your energy and willingness to face them will be much greater. Another simple but powerful example is how you approach financial problems. Many people focus solely on what they lack: money, opportunities, resources, and unintentionally reinforce the idea of scarcity. When you begin to shift your focus to what you already have, practicing gratitude for each accomplishment, no matter how small, you create a more open mental space to attract new possibilities. What's most fascinating about the principle of mentalism is that it doesn't require drastic changes all at once. Small adjustments in the way you think can yield significant results. Ask yourself, how are my thoughts shaping my life right now? By observing how you think and act in everyday situations, you'll see mentalism in action, paving the way for conscious change. Remember, the world around you responds to what you believe to be true. Understanding this is the first step toward transforming any area of your life. Whether it's in relationships, work, or health, what you think, you create. The principle of mentalism is not just a theoretical or philosophical idea. It can be applied practically in everyday life to transform how you live. Small changes in the way you think and organize your mind can create a powerful impact on your reality. Below, we'll explore some simple yet highly effective practices to put mentalism into action. The first practice is focused meditation. Meditating is one of the most effective ways to train your mind to concentrate on what you want to create. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and choose a thought or affirmation to silently repeat, such as, "My mind creates my reality in a positive way." As you take deep breaths, imagine this phrase spreading throughout your body like a wave of energy. This exercise helps direct your thoughts consciously and creates a mental state more receptive to the changes you want to manifest. Another powerful tool is creative visualization. Before starting your day, take a few minutes to imagine how you want it to unfold. For example, if you have an important meeting, visualize yourself confidently walking into the room, expressing your ideas clearly, and being recognized for your value. As you visualize, try to feel the positive emotions associated with the experience: joy, confidence, gratitude. When you combine mental imagery with intense feelings, your mind begins to align your thoughts and actions with that vision. The practice of gratitude is another simple yet transformative way to apply mentalism. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be something significant like a professional achievement, or something small like the taste of a good cup of coffee in the morning. Gratitude trains your mind to focus on what is positive rather than dwelling on what is missing. Over time, this shifts how you perceive the world and attracts more reasons to feel thankful. An interesting exercise is what we can call a nightly mental review. Before going to bed, take a brief moment to reflect on your day. Ask yourself, what thoughts guided my actions today? Are these thoughts creating the reality I desire? If you notice negative thoughts, visualize yourself transforming those ideas. Imagine how you would have thought or acted differently in a specific situation. This helps program your mind to respond differently in the future. In addition to these practices, an essential element is paying attention to your language. The words you use reflect what is in your mind and reinforce your belief. Avoid phrases like, "I can't do this," or "this never works out for me." Replace them with more constructive affirmations, such as, "I am capable of learning," or "I'm on the right path to achieving what I want." Every word you choose is an opportunity to align your mind with the reality you wish to create. Applying the principle of mentalism is like tending to a garden. You need to plant the right seeds, positive thoughts, water them regularly, daily practices, and remove the weeds, limiting beliefs. Don't expect immediate results, but trust the process. Every small effort counts, and over time, you will see your life begin to transform. The magic of the principle of mentalism lies in the fact that you have the power to shape your reality every single day, starting with your mind. Choose a practice that resonates with you and just begin. If you'd like to deepen your journey of self-discovery and transformation, check out my ebook Alchemy and Archetypes, Exploring Inner Transformation Through Jungian Psychology. In it, you'll find practical tools and profound concepts to integrate your archetypes and access your inner alchemy. If you enjoyed this content and want to learn more about how to apply these concepts in your life, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Share in the comments which practice you liked the most and how you plan to use it in your daily life.